Let's talk about steps to build a business when you're an immigrant entrepreneur, specifically around legal steps. So I want to get really practical for things you can do to start building your future and getting your business off the ground in a way that's going to give your business and you legal protection as a business owner. And so the first step is getting like legal clarity on what your options are based on your immigration situation. Now, you do not need to have a work permit or immigration status necessarily in order to have a business. That is more about being an employee. But there are some people on certain types of work visas where their ability to make income is tied to their work visa. So that is the main category of folks that need to be careful about structuring and when they get involved in starting a business. So if you're in that group, I would definitely recommend connecting with an immigration attorney. For folks who are in the country without immigration status, having a business is often a really good option for making income because that work authorization, that work permit is not required to be a business owner. So that's the first step is just get clear about like what you can and can't do based on your immigration status and talk to a lawyer for individualized advice around that. The second step is to choose the structure of your business. There's lots of different types of structures available from being a sole proprietor to having an LLC, an S corp, right? Partnership. So figure out how you want to get your business structured and set up so that it can be set up for success. And by legally registering your business, that's also going to give legal protections from, let's say, if they're, in a worst case scenario, there's like a lawsuit against the business. By having it legally registered, for example, as an LLC, that would protect you personally, and separate you from the business if the business were to get sued in that worst case scenario. Generally, having your business registered is just like really good for ease of convenience because it can allow you to do things like get a business bank account, business credit card, business loans. Next step is to get an employer identification number or EIN. This is kind of like a social security number or ITIN number for your business. It's used to be able to pay taxes for the business. And it also allows you to register for things like the business bank account, business credit card. So having an EIN is going to be another really great step for you as you set up your business. Next up is to separate your personal and business finances. This is a mistake a lot of small business owners make where everything's kind of mixed together, and it is definitely best practice to separate them out. What that looks like is like having separate bank accounts for your personal expenses and your business expenses for a whole host of reasons, from liability to just making it easier at tax time, making it easier to get like things like tax deductions so you pay less taxes, right? And then the last step is to stay on top of tax and licensing requirements. Taxes are at the federal level and the state level for a business. And sometimes at the state level, certain licensing can be required. So you'll just want to make sure that you're on top of that. Taxes are really the main thing to be concerned about for immigrants and for anyone is just making sure you do pay and you do report income from your business and you do pay taxes on it will avoid the biggest types of problems we would be concerned about for immigrants with having businesses. You pay your taxes, you're good. You're not doing anything wrong as a business owner. As long as, of course, you're not doing anything like criminal as well. All right. So I hope this is helpful for 5 tips to help you get set up legally as an immigrant entrepreneur for things you need to know. And just keep in mind that having this structure is how you can carry out that dream. It's how you go from just having a vision and a dream to actually building your legacy. So I definitely recommend getting started with some of these today. If you could use some support, some guidance on where to get started or what to even have a business about, reach out to us. You can send us a message on Instagram at immigrant.finance or go ahead and apply to Immigrant Finance School at immigrantfinanceschool.com. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.